Hey guys, I just need to press something there. Welcome. I'm going to be showing you some content creation with my within ChatGPT. Uh, Something's not working there. All right, I'll just go back. Okay, I am using Restream here, so if I don't see all of your messages, I do apologize. I'm just going to turn that down. Okay, welcome. Thank you for joining. I'm going to be showing you how I humanize content through when I am using AI. It is something that, well, look, it's what I do, it's what I teach. I run events on this, but it's also something that I use within my agency daily, and I also use it for my personal brand as well. I'm going to show you some tips. I'm going to show you some quick and easy things to do. Now, sorry there. If you do leave a comment and I don't see it, I'll come back to it. Make sure you do share this so other people can benefit. I'm going to be sharing my screen and I'm going to give you a prompt. I'm going to show you a really common prompt that is used, how you can jazz it up. And then I'm going to show you what I do once you do get the output. So the biggest thing with AI and content creation is it's not the software. It's not the software. You can jump from software to software and think that it's the software or the system that you're using, and it's not. It is the user. I'm sorry. It's the person that's using it. The way to make AI super efficient and to get the best out of it is that if you work in tandem with it, magic will happen. Last year in my business, I was able to increase profit in my business by 142% by integrating AI into my business through, you know, speeding up the process of content creation, using it for different processes, and so many other different things by just learning the correct way to use it. And one of the ways was for content creation. So that didn't mean that our clients, and I really pride myself on this in my agency, our clients are not getting copy and pasted AI generated content. They're actually getting better than that. We're speeding up our process, but the key is that you really need to humanize that. The problem is if you don't, and the reason why it's really important that you do then put that human touch on there is Google, and you would have heard me talk about this before if you've been following me. Google needs to, social media is like a search engine. You need to be found. If you've got all this other AI generated content and you have all this social media real estate out there, and we've got eyeballs out there that need to see it, how is Google and other search engines or social media platforms going to rank your content with basically real estate and eyeballs that need to see it? So we've got all this AI generated content. How is your AI generated content going to sit above the rest of it? It still needs to stand out. AI should never be used as a content savior. It's going to save you time and efficiency, and it's going to increase your profits and your time, and you can scale your business that way. You don't need to be a marketing agency to use it. You can use it in any business that's producing content. However, if you think that you're just going to push a button and it's going to give you an output and hey, my problem's solved, you're completely wrong. I'm going to show you the right way to do it. But there is always that human intervention with AI. Just like using a calculator, you know, you've got to put the numbers in. You've got to have the brain to be able to put the numbers in to get the data out and then to know what to do with it. All right, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to share my screen. I am going to first of all show you the, what's it called? I'm really tired this week, so my brain's not working. The prompt. Let me just make sure I've got that up. If you're new here, by the way, my name is Melissa Mitchell. I own a marketing agency. And thank you. Sorry, I'm just checking the comments there. I focus on, you probably can't see that. Let me just speed that in. Um, we focus on organic marketing. So that is our specialty. And I also teach, I run events on AI and how to, thank you for the love there, how to get the best out of AI with your content creation. I help you to create content that connects. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so I've just written a basic generic prompt here at the top, and I'm just using my niche as the example here. Um, Now, before we go on, as I said, my name is Melissa Mitchell. I own a marketing agency. I also have a second component to my business, which is the B2C component, so business to customer, which is a personal brand. So that is where I've monetized my own personal brand, and I've got digital products and online courses. I'm monetized on some, not all, of my social media platforms. So that's where Facebook pay me, YouTube, etc. And yeah, I've got digital products and those sorts of things as well. So this is a little bit of a passion for me. I love my marketing agency. I love what we do in there, but I also love this side of it as well. So love getting on and being able to teach people this. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm using as an example tonight my niche, but of course you would put your niche into this. So a generic prompt. So if you're new to AI, prompt is what you give the AI. Now, I use ChatGPT. I love it. I enjoy it. I've got the paid version. You don't have to have the paid version, but I do have the paid version. So write a LinkedIn post about why businesses should use social media marketing. That is very generic. Remember, good things in, good things out. So that is too generic. You are not going to get great AI written content from that. That is not magic. There is no finesse to that. There is no soul to that. So let's fix that. Okay, here is a prompt. Now, if you do want this prompt, I can send this to you. So just bear with me. It might take me a while to get this to you. For Facebook and LinkedIn, I can put this prompt in the comments so you can copy and paste this. I can't do that on Instagram because or TikTok because it doesn't have the ability to copy and paste, which sucks about those platforms, but it doesn't. On YouTube, I can put it in the description, or just message me and I can send it to you. I used AI to generate this prompt, but I knew what to ask it. Again, it's not magic. You have to get really good and in sync. I explained this to someone recently. What you really need to do with your AI system is think about it as a staff member. How would you explain to AI as if it was a staff member? That's all you need to think about. Okay, so generic prompt here. Let's get better. And then I'm going to put this into my AI and into ChatGPT. I'm going to show you the difference. Create a compelling LinkedIn post about why service-based businesses should embrace organic social media marketing. Use an engaging hook, relatable storytelling, and conversational tone. Okay. Again, you would relate this to your business. I'm just using this as an example for my business. Use British English grammar because that's what I want in my business. My niche is, you would put your niche in. I've just put a placeholder XYZ. My audience pain points are, again, put what they are. And my demographic is, put your demographic in. The post should highlight the power of authenticity and connection in building a brand online. That's what I want. You would put what you want. Keep it concise, around 100 words, because you don't want these really long posts. No one reads that. Avoid clichés. That's just me. I don't like AI generated content because I don't like the clichés, but I'm going to show you how to, again, humanize it. And end with a strong call to action, inviting engagement. Like, what do you want the post to do? It can't just end. It can't just end. Like, it's got to do something. It's got to have an objective. The tone should be bold, empowering, and slightly playful. Now, that's there because that's my brand in my agency. So I'm basing this off my agency. No hashtags. I've put that because hashtags are out. They don't do anything anymore. Maybe 3 on Instagram or TikTok. They do something. They do a little bit. Generally, they're out. You want to use SEO. That's a topic for another video, but that's just what I've got in there. No emojis. I'll tell you why in a moment. No italic or bold fonts. Now, the reason why I do that is when you use emojis, italics, or bold fonts in your AI and then you copy and paste that over, it doesn't always translate very well. Reason being is depending on what system you're using, or if you're using an Android or an iPhone, it doesn't always translate well across. And then someone else is picking up and looking at that content from you copying and pasting it. It I don't know what the word is for it, but whatever the word is, it's not coding or whatever it is, it doesn't necessarily translate across. So if you've gone and put a certain emoji and they're reading it, say on an Android, and you've copied and pasted that, they may not see that emoji. They just see it as some weird symbol. Same with fonts. Fonts don't translate across. It doesn't detect it. So don't use it. So one thing about AI that's really bloody annoying is that it will use emojis, italic or bold fonts. Don't copy and paste it across. All right, so now let's go across. I'm going to put this first prompt in and I'm going to show you. Now, you can see here I've actually got, just going to refresh that. I just want to get rid of that prompt. Now I'm using a GPT within ChatGPT. That means that I've written this GPT. So it's actually set up for my brand. So it's got a little bit more information there, but you don't need to use one that you've written. So let me just put this in, right? And I've just written, write a LinkedIn post. Let me just make sure that you can see that. I'll just wait for that to come up. Write a LinkedIn post. I'm just going to minimize. Okay. You can see down the bottom here, write a LinkedIn post why businesses should use social media for marketing. All right, let's have a look. Okay. That's it. I haven't given it any other information. Now, this is probably still going to give me a pretty good output because I've actually programmed this GPT. So it's probably going to give me a better output than what you're expecting, than probably what you would get, because this is a programmed private GPT. I just can't show you my personal account because if I open this up, you're going to see all my clients in here. So I can't show you. So that's actually not too bad because this has been configured. See that? I've configured this GPT to know what I want. So it's probably given me better than what this example is going to show me. So yeah, I wish I could actually show you in a free account, in the free section, but I can't because I can't actually open that part up because I've set up GPTs for my clients and you'll see all their work in there. So I can't actually show you that. Okay, but if you did this and you just did this in your regular account, it's going to give you a really terrible output. All right, but now let's go and use this second one. Let's go back to that GPT now. Now I'm going to give it the second prompt. It's a little bit more concise. My niche is business. I've just got to put this in, is business owners in Australia. My audience pain points are creating, I would say attracting customers and sales online. Don't worry if there's some spelling mistakes. Demographic is Australian, I don't know. I'm being very general here. Australian buyers. All right, let's go. Again, because I've pre-programmed this, it's probably going to give me a decent post. Okay, see now how it's a lot more personal? This is actually really good. Let's go back to the first post. See how it's given me bold and it's given me emojis. Still questioning whether social media is worth your time. Let's talk facts. This is actually not a bad post, again, because I've actually programmed this GPT. Now, this looks plain, but I'm going to work with this and I'm going to humanize this. Ever feel like you're shouting into the void online? Now, this post is more sounding like I'm actually talking to someone. I'm talking to one person. One thing I say about content creation is when you write content, talk as if you're just talking to one person out there. That's it. Write as if you're talking to one person out there. When you do that, your copy it sounds it sounds more connected. This is how you write content that's connected. This is how you talk from your soul. Yeah. So now when I'm looking at this, although that's not a bad post, that sounds salesy. Yeah. Now, a lot of people will just copy that and go post it. This is where you're now getting into the crux of, wow, let's really, really make this about who we are. Right. So now I'm going to copy this and we're going to humanize this. And this is the difference between just posting for the sake of it, because it's copy, because it's AI. Let's now go in and let's humanize this. Ever feel like you're shouting into the void online? I like to have spaces in it. You post, you wait, and I like to space and crickets. Now, can you see that we're actually talking to someone? We're talking to as if we are just talking to one person online. The truth, I'm going to space that. So the reason why I space that, this is like, there's a model called Hemingway model, and Hemingway model is about the way that you space your copy. It's about the way you present it in terms of the way that people can consume your content in snack sized pieces. So it's a little bit like psychological in the sense of how people consume. You got to remember, someone is probably going to read this on a mobile phone. They're not going to read big snack sized pieces of, big content. So when that first output came from the AI, it was all this copy, it was all bunched together and tick, 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 all these emojis. Now, this content, it's separated and it's talking to me and it's making me think in each line. So now I'm talking as if I'm just talking to one person, as if I'm trying to explain to one person how I'm really feeling inside, if that makes sense. Ever feel like you're shouting into the void online? You post, you wait, and it's got the ellipses there, which is the dots, and crickets. The truth. So now I'm going to give you the truth. Customers don't buy just buy services. They buy trust. They buy you. Now see that there? I asked it not to do italic fonts and it's still done it for me, which is annoying. So I need to fix that. So I would go in and I would fix that. This is where you need to humanize it. And that's where organic social media shines. And when you stop chasing quick wins and start showing up with real stories, real insights, and real value, people notice. Now, this is where I like to humanize again. See this here? That long hyphen? That is classic AI. I never use those. I'll go and use an ellipsis there. So the dots, value, people notice. I take those out because AI does that. I take out anything that AI overuses. Those long hyphens, rocket emojis, the stars with the base on them. I don't use anything like that. I take it all out. Thank you for the love there. They connect. They choose you over the competition. I'm probably going to use this post because I really like it. Because in a sea of sameness, authenticity stands out. See how it's not using any generic terms? Because I said, that's the other thing. I don't want using generic terms like foster, dive into the world of digital presence. I see this all the time. It's so frustrating. When you start to see words like foster, connect, these are generic terms in AI. I don't want those things in there. I'm going to humanize this. So what's holding you back from showing up as the expert you already are? Let's talk. See how that is more powerful and that is more punchy. That is how I do it. So although we are using social media although we are using AI for content creation, yes, it is speeding up our process, but I am not allowing it to be generic. I am not allowing it just, push a button, copy, paste, push a button, copy and paste. That is how I'm getting killer responses. I am using it for all my content creation, but I'm using it in tandem. So when people are saying to me, you're cheating, you're just AI, you're fake, you're doing this. No, a lot goes into those responses. And unless you have the brain behind it to understand how to use AI properly, you are still not going to get great responses. I don't care what anyone says. There is a way to use AI, and that way that I just showed you is the way to use it correctly. And unless you learn to use AI for content creation like it's a team member, you're going to get crap responses. Simple. And I can tell from looking at someone's social media whether they're just copy and pasting, whether their marketing team, whether their marketing agency that they're paying is using terrible responses. And I have absolutely no shame in saying that I use AI every single day in my marketing agency, my team does, because I can tell you now, yes, we've scaled our business, but we are putting so much effort into our content. And that is why we are getting incredible results with our content, because we are putting the effort into humanizing it. It's still that soul, and it's not cheating. It is actually going that one better. Why not use a system to make the work that you're doing better than the person next to you? That is smart working. It's not cheating, it's smart. So let's have a look at these questions here. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that, Joseph. You are lovely. Hello, Abdul. How are you? Lorenzo. How are you? I'm just seeing all these comments now because I wasn't in screen. Hello, Marvelous. How are you? I appreciate you guys. You're all wonderful. Abdul, I was jumping on from LinkedIn. You're lovely. Thank you so much. And for everyone joining me on Facebook. That is great. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to be uploading this onto YouTube as well. I will put that prompt in the description for Facebook and LinkedIn. YouTube, in the comments. YouTube, I will put it in the description. Instagram, you'll just need to message me and I can get that out to you. Thank you, guys. Hopefully this helps. Learn to use AI as a team member and you're going to get killer prompts. I'm telling you now, that is the key to really creating content that connects. Do not copy and paste. Do not copy and paste because I'll know. I will know. All right, guys. Love you all. Lorenza, I'll chat to you soon. See you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Bye.